your area. We are testing equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies. If this had been an actual emergency, an official message would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Your weather forecast 24/7 on WJFW.com.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, the number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases here in Wisconsin continues to fall. We'll have updates on our region. Plus,
temperatures are even cooler than what they were yesterday morning. I'll explain how cold they are and when a warm-up could be on the way coming up.
The biggest concern is the amount of ice that is forecast here.
And we have the cold, but many others will be dealing with ice. Millions of people across the country are under some kind of winter weather alert. We'll explain. It's Thursday, February 11th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 today starts now.
good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Marissa Silva's here with Peter Dubois. And Peter, it certainly sounds like we are not the only ones dealing with really crazy weather right now.
No, we certainly aren't, and really all across the Midwest has been feeling this cold stretch as well. But I think you know, we've had a bit of the more extreme end of it overall.
We certainly have. For more on what to expect for the rest of our day here, let's head right on over to our weather center and Devin Bigden for a first check of our forecast. And Devin, my goodness, we are starting out just with a huge chill again, and maybe even a little cooler than yesterday.
Yeah, definitely a little cooler. We had temperatures hitting 30 below in some places. So whoever made Old Man Winter mad needs to apologize, because I think this cold weather is getting a little carried away. But let's show you from the very beginning for us on what's going on. We do have a wind chill advisory in effect again. That will expire later on this morning. So we're going to be in a cycle for a little while. And I hate to say it, but another cool down is on the way, but then a warm up. So it's going to be kind of a splash and dash, so to say. But here are those temperatures, a little worse than yesterday morning. 28 below in Eagle River, 33 below in Land O'Lakes, 31 below in Manitowish Waters. Your remote learning forecast for today, you know what to do. Do it inside today. We'll have some sunshine to start. Clouds increasing throughout the afternoon period. Your full forecast is coming up. Peter?
Well, in Washington, the second impeachment trial of former President Trump continued on Wednesday, with prosecutors arguing he was no innocent bystander, but a, quote, insider-in-chief during last month's attack at the Capitol. Wednesday was the first full day of arguments at the trial, with House prosecutors focusing Trump's insisting that the election was stolen and urging supporters to, quote, fight like hell over his election loss to Joe Biden. And Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin reacted to the hearings on Twitter Wednesday, saying, quote, the House managers made a powerful and moving case that Trump incited a violent insurrection against Congress as we were doing our job, and he didn't do anything to stop it. It's hard for me to understand how my colleagues could be moved to giving Trump a free pass, end quote. The Trump legal team begins its defense on Friday. They're expected to argue President Trump was just exercising free speech and was not meant to be taken literally. The number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases in the state continues to fall. On Wednesday, the Department of Health Services reported 821 new cases, bringing our daily average for the last week down to 919. They also reported 35 new deaths across the state. That brings the weekly average of deaths back up a little bit. In our 12 counties north central Wisconsin region, the number of people in the hospital with COVID-19 is now back down below 50 for the first time since September. DHS reports 47 people in our region in the hospital with COVID-19, 11 of whom are in the ICU. Taking a closer look at our local numbers here, the Oneida County Health Department reported 12 new cases, its active total at 119. Vilas County reported 16 new cases since Monday with an active total of 173. 3 new cases in Price County, 2 new cases in Forest County, 4 new cases in Langlade County since Monday. Lincoln County reported 3 new cases, and Marathon County reported 16 new cases, its active total at 526. 12 new cases in Portage County with an active total of 101. No new cases reported in Clark County, and Wood County reported 13 new cases, its active total now at 156. Well, DHS now reports over 820,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have now been administered across the state. They say about 37% of people over the age of 65 have also now received at least one shot. Remember, it is a 2-shot series, and about 9% of people aged 25 through 65 in Wisconsin have received at least one dose of the vaccine as well. Well, Governor Tony Evers unveiled his state budget earlier in the week. In addition to expansions in health care, education, and other issues, he included a more controversial proposal as well. If adopted, the governor's budget would legalize recreational marijuana in the state. He says estimates found legalization would bring about $165 million into the state. And he plans to distribute about half of that into a new community investment fund that would grant millions of dollars to supporting rural school districts and other public projects. Republican Senator Patrick Testin and Democrat John Erpenbach both spoke at a roundtable about their efforts to legalize medical marijuana in the state prior to the pandemic, but they seem to doubt that will actually happen.
I think what the governor is proposing is something that the majority of Wisconsinites do favor, but certainly the majority of legislators don't favor right now.
Now, a Marquette University law poll found nearly 60% of Wisconsinites do favor full recreational legalization, while an overwhelming majority, 83%, support medical marijuana in the state. Republican Senator Chris Kapenga was among those who spoke out against it, though. He said, in part, Governor Evers shouldn't sacrifice the safety of the people of Wisconsin, particularly our children, in pursuit of the mighty dollar. Evers will present his budget in full next Tuesday.
As we know, this week started with below freezing temperatures for nearly 200 million people on Monday. And now there are winter weather alerts and ice storm warnings stretching across more than 1,000 miles of the U.S. And as Britt Conway reports, don't expect the cold to go away anytime soon.
Looks like Punxsutawney Phil might have been right. It seems winter isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and definitely not this week. Tens of millions of people stretching 1,200 miles from Texas to New Jersey are under some kind of winter weather alert. And look at this in purple, ice. Multiple states are under an ice storm warning.
The biggest concern is the amount of ice that is forecast here. Parts of Arkansas, south central Arkansas, parts of central and southern areas of Kentucky there. That's where we could see the highest amounts exceeding 1/4 of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch.
Along with West Tennessee, southeast Missouri, and the southern tip of Illinois. But Kentucky seems to be taking the brunt of it so far.
That's the area of interest that we're watching very carefully here. And of course, any of those suburban communities, the wooded areas, we know trees can easily come down with that amount of ice.
It could also be dangerous to drive. There could be widespread power outages, and there might be airport delays and cancellations. The Kentucky National Weather Service worries this could be, quote, one of the worst weeks for winter weather in eastern Kentucky in over a decade. And some vaccination sites in the state have shut down for now. By the weekend, every state in the lower 48 could see below average temperatures. Well, the only area that may still be on the warmer side of normal, South Florida. Enjoy. I'm Britt Conway reporting.
I love that. Well, a strong winter storm is expected to impact the Pacific Northwest on Thursday and into the weekend, too. And then looking into next week, the long-range forecast suggests that the cold will continue to dominate the weather pattern across the U.S. So keep all of those layers handy. Well, it's now about 5:08, and coming up next in our international news, South Africa decides to inoculate its frontline healthcare workers with a new vaccine. We'll explain. Plus, a young woman becomes a symbol for military resistance efforts in Myanmar. We'll have those stories and more news from around the world when we come back.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
A family-owned company that's built our business on customer service and standing behind the products we sell. You'll find Wolfcraft, Lang, Franklin, and more. Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We've got mattresses too. Get a 15-year, non-prorated, hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night. And we have adjustable beds.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Over 6,550 people have died of COVID-19 in Wisconsin. Over 90% of Wisconsinites have not yet received the vaccine. Every sane doctor in the world agrees that wearing a mask saves lives. Assemblyman Rob Swearingen just voted to end Wisconsin's mask mandate. He is playing politics with our lives. Paid for by the Minocqua Brewing Company Super PAC.
Hi, I'm Maria Seefeld with Miracle-Ear of Marshfield. If you're struggling hearing your favorite news or TV shows, please stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
And welcome back. The best word to describe this cold weather at this point is blah, because we have plenty of that sticking around today with 30 below right now in International Falls. And it's even cooler here across parts of the Northwoods this morning. Let's take a closer look at those temperatures right now, where we're 28 below in Phillips, 21 below in Rhinelander, 31 below in Manitowish Waters. If there's any saving grace, there's very limited wind out there this morning. So where there is the wind, it is feeling a little cooler out there, like Rhinelander, we're at 34 below. We've actually been flirting with wind chill warning criteria this morning, but for now, they're sticking with a wind chill advisory in effect for us. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Are you ready for this? We're going to start cooling things off a little bit, though, as we head towards Sunday. But then we start warming things back up. Look, by Wednesday, back to 20 degrees. That's going to feel like a heat wave by this point. Once we get close to that, we'll be closer to average at 25 degrees by next week. So let's break this down. For now, it's still a wind chill advisory that is in effect, but we have been flirting with wind chill warning criteria this morning. So make sure to keep that in mind as you head out the door. Just make sure to bundle up. It is rather chilly out there. We're starting out pretty clear this morning, maybe a few very thin clouds, a few flare returns down across parts of Iowa. We might see a few flurries in our backyard late this afternoon before more snow showers begin to move in. As another little boundary begins to move in just off toward our west, as we have this very stalled out pattern that's setting up shop across parts of the area, which is helping to cause that ice storm you heard that we were talking about across parts of the southern plains, so across parts of Tennessee and into Kentucky, where some areas could see up to 0.3 of an inch of ice. That will cause some damage for them, so it's starting to get going now. So not a good situation for them at all, but for us, it's just a cold. So we're starting off clear this morning. We will have clouds increasing throughout the day with a few snow showers possible during the evening period tonight. A little bit of accumulations now looking to be possible, although not very major. We'll see all of that beginning to taper off by Friday. We could even see the sunshine coming out for a little while. I think it's overdoing the clouds again by Friday at this rate. Before we watch for more snow chances that do look to move in on Saturday, we could see a little bit of accumulations out of that. Nice snow accumulations for tonight, though. Not a lot, about an inch or less possible, so you might get lucky to see just a little bit more. Anything we can take to help keep those snowmobile trails in good shape. So We'll take another inch possible tonight, but for today, 5 degrees, increasing clouds with flurries possible late. The winds will not be a problem. They will be calm. Looking ahead towards tonight, 12 below. Snow showers, an inch or less of snow possible, with winds out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour, and any wind making us 12 below feel just a little bit cooler. Your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. Here we go. So we're drying out Friday. Temperatures drop to 1 degree for the high. Saturday, more snow chances are in a forecast. 0 is our high temperature. Sunday, we're dry 2 below, but then we start warming things back up to 20 degrees by Wednesday. Marissa?
Thanks, Devin. A 19-year-old grocery store clerk shot while protesting the coup in Myanmar has become a symbol of the resistance against the military there. Now, a warning for you guys, this video may be graphic to some viewers. The shooting of Maya Wawa Kane in the capital city on Tuesday has stirred anger all across the country. She's standing in front of a crowd in a red shirt facing riot police after being hit by a water cannon. Her sister, who was standing next to her, said that it was so noisy that she didn't even know she'd been shot. On Wednesday, protesters put up massive banners of Maya next to leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Thousands of protesters continue to turn out to protest the overthrow of the elected government there. The last time monks protested against the government was in 2007, and military rulers eventually allowed democratic elections. Dozens of Uyghurs assembled near the Chinese consulate in Turkey on Wednesday, demanding information about family members that they fear are being kept in concentration camps in China. The protesters in Istanbul held pictures of relatives that they say they haven't heard from in months. China has swept more than 1 million Uyghurs and other largely Muslim minorities into prisons and detention camps. China calls it an anti-terrorism measure. Uyghurs have sought refuge in Turkey for decades because of their shared cultural ties with the country. But Turkey has become less vocal about the condition of Uyghurs in recent years as it's developed economic ties with China. South Africa's health minister said on Wednesday that his country is scrapping the AstraZeneca vaccine and will use the Johnson & Johnson vaccine instead. South Africa halted the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine earlier this week after a small study showed it was less effective against mild and moderate cases of the South African variant of COVID-19. The South African variant is the dominant form of the virus there. The one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine is still being tested and has not been approved for use by any country yet. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be given, though, to frontline healthcare workers in South Africa beginning next week. The health minister said South Africa will return the AstraZeneca vaccine so that it can be used in other countries.
Well, it's just after a quarter after the hour, and coming up in medical news, a new weight loss drug shows some promising results. Plus, the CDC now recommends doubling up on your masks. We'll explain why when we return in just a couple minutes.
You have found your soulmate. Now it's time to find the perfect ring. At Golden Carat Jewelers, you can choose from an extensive selection of engagement and wedding rings. Fresh designs reflecting the most current trends, from organic, art deco, and vintage design to timeless classics in white, yellow, and rose gold. See the new Romance Collection, Lyria and Lumiere Bridal Collections, and new styles from Gabriel New York, Eskashi, and more. Engagements begin here. Will yours? Golden Carat Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
Save big money at all of your plumbing needs at Menards. Make sure you have hot water when you want it with our wide selection of Richmond water heaters, now all on sale. An Encore tankless natural gas or liquid propane water heater keeps your home efficient. It's designed to supply continuous hot water for up to 4 bathrooms at the same time. Pick it up right now for $999.99 at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Men put their skin through a lot, day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash is new and improved with skin-strengthening nutrients and moisturizers that help rebuild your skin with every shower.
The sun is incredible. It makes our Lipton tea leaves better, which makes the smooth tea taste better and time together even better. And drinking Lipton can help support a healthy heart. Lipton is a proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Life is Why campaign.
It's the huge President's Day sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago. Get huge savings of 23% off our already low sale price during this sales event. Plus, get 1-year interest-free financing on all the top name brands, including Amish-made furniture. We have a great selection of in-stock mattresses, all on sale with 23% off savings. So don't miss this President's Day sales event going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago.
Everybody loves popcorn and puffs, so Newswatch 12 and Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs want to help you celebrate by sending tasty birthday treats.
If you want your chance to win a gourmet bucket of popcorn for your loved one, make sure to submit your entry to our birthday club at wjfw.com.
One lucky viewer will win a free half-gallon bucket of Minocqua popcorn.
And welcome back. Temperatures colder this morning than they were over the past few mornings. We have temperatures near 30 below in Phillips and Merrill and Eagle River, and at 30 below in Mansowish Waters. We know what to do by this point. Make sure to bundle up as you head out the door. Peter?
Thank you, Devin. Well, a new weight loss drug appears to be twice as effective than some of the current medications out on the market. That's according to research led by Northwestern University. The drug, called semaglutide, is injected once a week and works by suppressing appetite centers in the brain. The phase 3 study showed patients given the drug lost an average of 34 pounds in 68 weeks. That's compared to a placebo group that lost an average of 5 pounds. Treated patients also showed improvements in physical function, blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood glucose control. A new study links type 1 diabetes in young children with lower brain volume and IQ. Researchers compared brain scans of children with type 1 diabetes to those in their non-diabetic peers. They found that the diabetic group had lower gray and white matter brain volumes and slightly lower IQ scores at the ages of 6, 8, 10, and 12. And brain volume and cognitive scores declined as blood sugar levels rose. A new CDC report shows that double masking can significantly improve protection from COVID-19. Researchers ran experiments using dummies to assess how certain modifications could improve the fit of masks and reduce exposure to aerosols. This includes wearing a cloth mask over a surgical mask, as well as knotting the ear loops of a surgical mask and tucking in the sides. The researchers found that wearing just one mask blocked 42% of the particles from a simulated cough, but that jumped to 82% if a cloth mask was worn on top of the surgical mask. Also, they found the knotting and tucking of the surgical mask reduced exposure to particles by about 65%.
It's now about 5:20, and coming up next on Newswatch 12 today, couples will be celebrating Valentine's Day in some new ways this year. After the break, we'll find out how much Americans plan to spend on the holiday of love. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes.
Carpet City.
Come to the Carpet City Flooring Center Super Sale and get free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation for one room or the whole house. Living room, free carpet installation. Whole basement, free carpet installation. Entire house, free carpet installation. Request your free estimate at carpetcitywi.com today and get free carpet installation.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
What are you doing? Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water and want a private shopping experience to start planning your summer weekends? Then go to our website and book your VIP tour with American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Get first crack at the lowest prices anywhere, and we're matching deposits up to $1,000 on select products. Don't get left out in the cold. Book your VIP private shopping experience at American Marine now.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay play your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
Olson Solar Energy wants you to know that there's a lot to consider when you think about solar energy. Consider a lower or no energy bill. There's a federal tax credit as well as other rebates and incentives to consider. You may not have considered that a solar energy system increases property value without increasing property taxes and works for homes and businesses. Isn't it time to consider a free evaluation? Call 579-0474 or go to olsonsolarenergy.com.
Welcome back. Is there a more controversial day on the calendar for couples than Valentine's Day? Some people, like me, love having a holiday where a night of romance is almost guaranteed.
And others see another over-commercialized holiday where people are expected to show how much they love each other by spending money. And spend Americans will. NBC's Chris Pallone takes a look at exactly how much.
Despite the pandemic, Americans plan to spend big on love this week. $22 billion, according to the personal finance website Wallet Hub.
People are still really trying to spend money this year. The average person is looking to shell out around $165 this Valentine's Day.
They will be buying things like flowers, jewelry, and candy. $4 billion on candy.
Chocolate and candy is a very resilient category, and people are looking to treats for their emotional well-being throughout the pandemic. It brings them a little bit of joy and a little bit of normalcy in an otherwise uncertain time.
Of course, after a year spent mostly at home, experts expect couples to buy experiences too, especially those that are close to home and comply with CDC guidelines.
A lot of museums right now have timed entrances and reservations, so you can explore museums in your hometown that maybe are really crowded most of the time.
Who plans to really shell out? Men, even if they don't have the money.
Men actually are nearly 2 times more likely than women to go into credit card debt buying a Valentine's Day gift.
And the Wallet Hub survey found there's an irony in that.
44% of people said that they think that irresponsible spending is a bigger turnoff than bad breath.
So save your money and then brush your teeth and watch your prospects of being hit by Cupid's arrow skyrocket. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Definitely don't want to deal with any bad breath, but men are projected to spend around $231, while women are projected to spend about $100 on their significant other. But like I said, you guys, I absolutely love Valentine's Day. I love love, so it is the perfect holiday for me. But I have to admit, my husband is kind of on the other side. He feels like it's, you know, like a manufactured commercial holiday, but because he's awesome and wonderful, he still spoils me. But I want to know what you guys think.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I think there's like a fine line, right, where it's nice to do something for your sweetheart, but, you know, maybe going over the top can just be a little over the top, right? A little too much sometimes. But yeah, I think it's still a great day to show how much you love your significant other. And Devin, we really love you today for standing out in the cold for so long for us. What do you got for us?
Yeah, thanks. So we do have a shot at some cooler temperatures. We will have a fun experiment to show you coming up soon. But meanwhile, here we go. So Skycam, it's cold outside this morning. To put a long story short, you can see the exhaust coming off at the paper mill here in Rhinelander. But here are those temperatures. It's cooler out here this morning. 21 below here in Rhinelander, 29 below in Phillips. Long story short, it is cold. Bundle up if you're heading outside this morning. Let's show you the radar. We don't have anything moving through at the moment, but we are watching for some snow flurries that will be moving later on. Here's your travel forecast for today. Single digits across the western parts of the state. For us, we'll do around 5 degrees today. It will feel cooler at times. And down toward the south, around 8 degrees in Madison, 16 degrees in Milwaukee. We'll have more coming up after the break.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Got it? Got it.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Our son says since Tide antibacterial fabric spray kills 99.9% of bacteria, he wants us to spray everything every time we walk in the door.
It's just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
Tide antibacterial fabric.
You're watching Newswatch 12 today with Marissa Silvas, Peter Dubois, and Devin Biggs.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us today. It's Thursday, February 11th. Well, on the second day of former President Donald Trump's second impeachment, the House managers presented the Senate with chilling new video of the violent disruption to democracy that took place on January 6th.
They argue that it's all a result of Trump's months-long campaign to falsely convince his supporters the election was stolen. Nadia Romero is in Washington to break down the latest evidence.
The Senate will convene as a court of impeachment.
House impeachment managers continue their case against former President Donald Trump, sharing new security footage.
Officer Goodman passes Senator Mitt Romney and directs him to turn around in order to get to safety.
And chilling audio.
Hey, stop! What are you doing? We're surrounded!
To lay out a timeline of the Capitol insurrection.
At 2:30, I heard that terrifying banging on House chamber doors. For the first time in more than 200 years, the seat of our government was ransacked on our watch.
And highlight the horrors of January 6th.
You hear 3 phrases.
The House impeachment managers using then President Trump's own words.
We're going to fight like hell, I'll tell you right now.
And the words of the rioters.
We want Trump! We want Trump!
As evidence, Trump committed an impeachable offense, inciting an insurrection.
President Trump put a target on their backs, and his mob broke into the Capitol to hunt them down.
President Trump's team will get a chance to respond to these charges later this week. With only 6 Republicans voting to support the constitutionality of the case, it's likely he'll be acquitted.
I think that pretty well fixes in place what you might see as the eventual outcome.
In Washington, I'm Nadia Romero.
And we'll continue to update you as this develops in the coming days.
Absolutely, but back here in our area, Marissa, just more of the same, waking up with chilling temperatures, and today even a little worse off than yesterday.
Exactly. For more on what to expect, let's head right on over to our weather center, and Devin Biggs in for a first check of our forecast. And Devin, it's crazy to say and to even think, but how can we be colder? What is it out there right now?
Yeah, many places waking up with near 20 to 30 below temperatures this morning. It's really widespread compared to yesterday, so very chilly outside. Your furnace and your humidifiers probably working overtime this morning to give you some heat and get some moisture in the air, so it's definitely very dry in the air too. Here are those advisories too. We have wind chill advisories. We flirted with wind chill warning criteria at times, but temperatures right now, long story short, it is cold outside. 30 below Manswish Waters, 32 below in Land O'Lakes. Everywhere getting well below 0 this morning. Your bus stop forecast, if you have kids going to school, make sure they bundle up and stay warm. 16 below, some areas worse, under mostly clear skies. And as the kids come home, okay, some improvement. 5 above, mostly cloudy skies. We'll be watching for snow flurries later on. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Devin. Well, with those temperatures remaining below zero this week, State Department of Transportation officials say that their task of treating the roads has gotten a lot more difficult. They say when the pavement temperature drops below 16 degrees, salt is not very effective. DOT Maintenance Supervisor Anna Wisner says that means they need to do some extra work even before the snow begins.
A lot of the planning and the effort went in before those pavement temperatures dropped. Those snowplow drivers, they work long hours, getting brine out on the road before the storm to clear off as much as they could before the temperatures dropped.
Wisner says that they can add chemical additives, but those solvents can only help so much. So, following the last snowstorm, DOT focused on continuing to clear the roads as much as possible.
Counties have been out this week doing cleanup, sand in areas where there was some ice pack on the roadway, and physically removing it. A couple of counties have been out with heavy equipment trying to scrape the ice off the road.
DOT recommends drivers continue driving with caution and plan some extra time for yourselves before heading out. Last fall, health officials were worried that this winter flu season would create a double pandemic along with the COVID-19 virus. But they say so far, so good. UW health officials say that each year it's a gamble on how many cases they'll have of the influenza. This time last year, UW was treating 1,183 cases. However, this year they have only seen one case so far.
What we know about influenza from past years is that it can be quite unpredictable. So you can have some really terrible seasons and you can have some relatively mild seasons. But for it to have, all but disappeared, I think, yes, that was a surprise and a very pleasant one.
Dr. Nasha Sofdar at UW Health says the CDC protocols that people follow to protect themselves from COVID-19 have also helped protect everyone from other respiratory illnesses. She says wearing masks, hand washing, and social distancing have helped decrease the spread of germs, not just COVID-19. And they also say that this helped the hospital be less overloaded while treating patients with COVID-19.
It could have behaved very differently. It could have not gone very well. Anybody who's already dealing with COVID, which is a respiratory disease by itself, and on top of that, you get another illness that also is a respiratory symptom-based illness. That combination is not good.
Dr. Sofdar says that we wouldn't be surprised if some of the COVID-19 hygiene principles stick around even after the virus to help ensure everyone is healthy during the flu season. Well, with Valentine's Day just a few days away now, shoppers have been trickling into the country store in Eagle River to pick up their sweets for their sweeties. And while the pandemic and cold weather has slowed business a little, owner Deborah Price has had to face another hurdle when it comes to the timing of Valentine's Day.
Valentine's for us in the middle of the week is always better. With it on the weekend, it's a little quieter. People either like to stay home on Sunday or because it's the weekend, go out to the restaurants to eat. So it does have a little bit of a difference.
The country store's top-selling Valentine's Day sweets are chocolate-covered strawberries, assorted chocolate boxes, turtles, and this year, a limited supply of caramel apples.
All sounds good. Coming up, we have some news you can use, including one grocery chain that's expanding across the U.S., plus why many couples are choosing not to break the bank this Valentine's Day. Those stories and more consumer news after this.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our President's Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
It's a new year, and new appliances can welcome family recipes, shorten laundry days, and keep the season fresh. Right now, they can also help you save on top appliances like this Samsung kitchen package. Now from the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Take a piece of chocolate if you're the tallest. Take a piece of chocolate if you're better at eating your vegetables. Take a piece of chocolate if you love sharing.
Is your basement broken? Is your crawl space a disaster? Is the concrete around your house sinking or uneven? If the answer is yes, call SureDry. Serving all of northeast and central Wisconsin, we offer permanent professional solutions to these kinds of problems. More than 25,000 satisfied customers since 1994. We've probably fixed your neighbor's basement, crawl space, or concrete, and we'd love to fix yours too. Call SureDry today.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist recommended skincare brand.
The secret to glossy hair color? New La Color Gloss. L'Oreal's first toning gloss you use in the shower. No mixing, no damage. Tones, glosses, conditions. It does it all. New La Color Gloss from L'Oreal.
Now, welcome back. It is cold out there this morning. Here we go again, right? We had temperatures near 30 below in International Falls, and it's cold here at home, too. Let's zoom in and give you a little bit of a closer look. We had temperatures well below zero. In fact, many places near 30 below, like Phillips, like Manitowish Waters, like Eagle River, and even Merrill, just to name many places. So you get the idea this morning. Just make sure to bundle up and cover as much exposed skin as you can when you head out the door. But thankfully, not much of a wind out there. Anywhere that there is a wind, it's at around 5 miles per hour. And when you really factor that in with the wind chill, it feels like 34 below in Rhinelander, which is close to wind chill warning criteria. Around 40 below is the wind chill warning criteria for parts of Rhinelander. We have flirted with that this morning, so it is chilly out there, so make sure to bundle up. We'll have another little cool blast coming in as we head towards the weekend, down to around 2 below, but light at the end of the tunnel as we start warming things back up. 20 degrees above zero by Wednesday. That'll feel like a heat wave with our average high being 25 degrees. So we'll be back closer to average for this time of the year. So here we are again. We have wind chill advisories in effect. We have flirted with the warning criteria at times, and these advisories will expire later on this morning. So you know what to do. We've been getting these advisories issued every morning. Just make sure to bundle up as you head out the door. But meanwhile, maybe a few thin bits of clouds this morning, but otherwise we're mostly clear. Any flurry actions well off toward the south across parts of Iowa. We will be watching for shots of flurries for us as we head towards the evening hours tonight. But meanwhile, we are watching this right here. A really interesting ice storm developing across parts of the southern parts of the plains, across Kentucky and in parts of Tennessee, where up to 3/10 of an inch of ice will be possible. So while we have the cold, some areas are picking up ice, so winter making itself felt around these parts of the U.S. So futurecast for today, we will be watching some clouds that will be moving in. Maybe a few flurries coming in early this evening before they become more in the way of snow showers. And again, some accumulations looking possible before this tapers off Friday. We'll see a mixture of clouds and sun overall before another shot of snow starts to move in as we head towards the weekend. So how much snow can we see? Many of us will have a shot at around an inch or less of snow, so it won't be a whole lot, but a little bit could fall for a little while this evening before it tapers off. So your forecast for today, 5 degrees, increasing clouds with a few flurries possible. Winds overall will be calm. Looking ahead towards tonight, 12 below, going to get cold again. Snow showers 1 inch or less with that northwest wind at around 5 miles per hour. A few flurries could stick around into tomorrow morning, but otherwise 1 degree will be your high temperature under mostly cloudy skies, and that northwest wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. So again, we have another shot at snow on Saturday. Now that one could accumulate too. We'll keep you posted on that, but then we're dry Sunday and cold. Well, then the warm up begins next week, 20 degrees by Wednesday. Peter?
Thanks, Devin. Well, Aldi says it will continue its grocery expansion with 100 new stores across the states in 2021. This tops our consumer news this morning. The new locations will be mostly in Arizona, California, Florida, and the Northeast. The discount grocer will also add curbside pickup to 500 additional stores by the end of the year. By then, a total of 1,200 locations will offer curbside pickup. Aldi will further expand its e-commerce offering through 2021 and continue to offer grocery delivery via Instacart in almost all of its stores. A new survey from LendingTree finds nearly 40% of Americans plan to skip Valentine's Day this year to save money. Men are more likely than women to say they're skipping the holiday to save, but women are twice as likely to say they would be upset if their partner suggested this. Women are more likely to say they'll spend less on Valentine's Day this year compared to last, and 38% of partnered consumers say they'll take on credit card debt because of Valentine's Day. Well, UPS is predicting a significant increase in flower deliveries this Valentine's Day. Every year about this time, UPS transports millions of fresh flowers from South America to the U.S., then directly to individuals. Well, last year, UPS delivered approximately 70 million fresh stems via air and direct-to-consumer express shipments. This year, that number is expected to increase by at least 30% to more than 91 million stems. According to the Society of American Florists, the industry has seen an overall uptick in demand for fresh flowers and plants during the pandemic.
The famous line is 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, I'm in my 3rd week already. It never showed, and I start all over again.
The pandemic has put record numbers of people out of work over the past year. Coming up at 6:30, hear from a local man who hasn't received unemployment benefits for months, like many others.
Brighten up your home and save big money right now at Menards. Stop in and check out our great selection of over 230 in-stock Fight electric LED bulbs. Great for all of your fixtures. These LED 60-watt equivalent bulbs use 83% less energy than standard bulbs. Available in soft white or daylight color temperatures. Pick up a 4-pack for only $3.99. Start saving now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Allie.
And this is our family from Shoulders RV and Marine. If this year's taught us anything, we believe it's taught us we need to get back to the good old days of enjoying the outdoors, camping, boating, and buying from small businesses. Here at Shoulders RV and Marine, we happen to check all of those boxes. Next time you're in the market for a dock or lift, boat, camper, power sports, or nearly anything outdoors, sales, rentals, parts, or service,
We'd love you to think of us.
Shoulders RV and Marine, across from Menards, Rhinelander.
I embrace getting older. I'm so much more confident now, but I don't love that as I age, I could develop gum issues.
New Colgate Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
Reverse early gum damage with new Colgate Renewal.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water and want a private shopping experience to start planning your summer weekends? Then go to our website and book your VIP tour with American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Get first crack at the lowest prices anywhere, and we're matching deposits up to $1,000 on select products. Don't get left out in the cold. Book your VIP private shopping experience at American Marine now.
Everyone knows Wassaharns Furniture is home of the Restonic two-sided mattress. But did you know we stock over 100 two-sided mattresses? So bring a truck and take it home today. Or choose immediate delivery with free removal of old. You could be sleeping on your new Restonic two-sided mattress tonight. But only if you shop at Wassaharns Furniture and Two-Sided Mattresses, where we stock what you want. 1/2 mile from Fleet Farm on Business 51 in Wausau.
Welcome back. A year ago, the Crandon girls basketball team fell just shy of a state title, but now they're back and hoping to raise a banner.
That's right, and this year, their defense and a couple of sisters are helping lead the charge toward a state championship. Newswatch 12's Nate Myhawk stopped by their practice to learn more.
It's an age-old cliche. Defense wins championships.
We take defense very personal. We take pride in our defense. We really focus on defense, and that's what wins us games because we, like we said, we don't have the height advantage sometimes that we wish we did, but we just really have to buckle down and work as hard as we can on defense in order to get what we want and get where we want to be.
So far, the Cardinals have only allowed 50 or more points in one game. A big part of that success, the underclassmen on the team.
This year I had bigger shoes to fill, I guess. I had a bigger role to play last year.
It was like all a new experience for me. This year we all kind of stepped up. I was a little nervous at first, but once we started getting going in the season, it started to get easier and we played a lot better together. We all basically grew up together through basketball, so it's pretty good.
Despite the challenge, the young girls didn't have to look far for advice.
In practice, we get in each other's heads and go hard and take everything personal against each other. And then in games, if she's doing good, like, I'm really happy for her. If I'm doing good, she's happy for me. You know, you make plays or something goes on, or they do really good one game and it's not good for you. It's at least one of the kids did good. So, but yeah, it feels good to play with a sibling.
Now on the verge of a final playoff run together, the older sisters feel confident that the young girls can get them to the top.
This year, more than ever, we definitely connect on another level and we play more as a team than we ever have before. And I think that as long as we just keep it together mentally and we work as hard as we can, as long as we're working together, we can definitely take it to that next level.
In Crandon, Nate Myhock, Newswatch 12.
Now the girls will be opening playoff action on Friday night against Gillett, a team that they beat once already. So first of all, just really exciting and a huge accomplishment that they've put themselves back in this position, but I just can't wait to see how they do. Best of luck to them.
Absolutely, and definitely they have the right mindset, especially with those younger freshman girls who were freshmen last year. Now they had that winning mindset going into this season, so it's going to be very interesting to see where they go. But Devin, you're working hard too out there on the weather deck. It looks like you got a little experiment set up for us. What's going on out there?
Yeah, I got another experiment for you today, Peter and Marissa, and this time they say you can use a banana as a hammer to send a nail in a real nail. So with further ado, let's do this. A real hammer hitting it hard, and this thing is frozen. Hitting it hard, and there you go. Just like that, the nail is in there. We can try to show you that, and I'm not helping this nail at all. So there you go. You can say it's cold enough to use a banana as a hammer. So that just tells you just how cold it is out here this morning. Let's show you those temperatures right now, where it's 28 below across parts of Eagle River, 29 below in Manitowish Waters, 29 below in Phillips. So you get the idea. It is cold outside this morning, and temperatures will not warm up all too much today, only to around 3 to 4 degrees across the western the state. For us, around 5 degrees overall, and then down toward the south, still pretty cold out there. Temperatures at around 16 degrees in Milwaukee. A lot more coming up after the break.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA. Carpet City.
Come to the Carpet City Flooring Center Super Sale and get free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation for one room or the whole house. Living room, free carpet installation. Whole basement, free carpet installation. Entire house, free carpet installation. Request your free estimate at carpetcitywi.com today and get free carpet installation.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
It's the huge President's Day sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago. Get huge savings of 23% off our already low sale price during this sales event. Plus, get 1-year interest-free financing on all the top name brands, including Amish-made furniture. We have a great selection of in-stock mattresses, all on sale with 23% off savings. So don't miss this President's Day sales event going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago.
You're watching Newswatch 12 today with Marissa Silvas, Peter Dubois, and Devin Biggs.
And welcome back. A Rhode Island middle school art teacher is using her snow sculpting talents to inspire her students and make her neighbors smile. For as long as Katina Gustafson can remember, she's been using the snow as a form of expressing her artistic ability. A few years ago, the 25-year-old moved to Columbia Avenue in Coventry. Her home is on a corner, so more people have been able to see her snow art. In an effort to raise her neighbors' spirits, Gustafson says she found this way to use her artistic abilities to spread joy throughout her neighborhood, and she has created a lot of memorable snow pieces over the last few years, including a donut and a coffee cup from Starbucks, a gumball machine, and gnome home too. This year, because there's been so much snow, she's done several. So there you go. We haven't seen much snow, but finally we have enough to get the snowmobile trails open, and now it's just cold enough for, as you saw in our travel forecast, you can use a banana literally as a hammer. That thing's hard as a rock.
That was so cool, Devin. We're really loving your weather experiments this week, so we appreciate your creativity. But also, that teacher is so creative. It's really fun to see people do different things than just a regular old snowman. I mean, a snowman's great, but her things are beautiful.
Absolutely, and what better way to inspire your students than actually going out in the elements and I guess getting your hands dirty, you could say. Maybe they'd be a little cleaner afterwards with all the snow, but nevertheless, a very, very fun way to use those talents for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. Just do it safely too, because of course when it gets cold out with the snow and these cold temperatures, frostbite can happen quickly. So you know what to do by this point. And it's really cold out here this morning. Let's show you those temperatures right now. We're well below zero. We're 32 below in Tomahawk, 31 below in Merrill, 33 below in Land O'Lakes. In your next 3 days, not so much good news in the next 3 days, though. We'll be cooling off to around zero by Saturday. But long-term forecast next Wednesday, 20 degrees. So, Marissa, gosh darn it is cold outside, but hopefully a warm-up finally on the way.
Yeah, we were saying that 20 degrees is going to sound like, you know, shorts weather, bikini weather, you name it. It'll be a lot better than what we are experiencing right now. Thank you so much, Devin. Well, coming up next on Newswatch 12 today, we're going to meet the 7 candidates who are running for state superintendent.
We got that story for you. Plus, Ryan later tests out some new voting machines. That's all coming up in the next half hour. But first, you're waking up with Newswatch 12 today on NBC.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
When you shop and donate to Goodwill, the good starts with you. Whether you shop Goodwill for the thrill of the treasure hunt, incredible values on one-of-a-kind items, do-it-yourself project inspiration, or brand names for less, you can feel good about the impact you make. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment in your community. When you shop and donate at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
An engagement ring is the defining symbol of a lifelong promise, and that's why choosing Lee Ayers Jewelers is so important. As a family business, they know how important your search is, and they take great pride in helping you find the perfect engagement ring. For Lee Ayers, it's all about taking care of you, the customer. From in-store goldsmiths to custom jewelry design by Thomas Daling, they do it all. Begin your lifelong promise by choosing Lee Ayers Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle Ear of Park Falls and Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, next Tuesday, Wisconsinites will vote for the next state superintendent. We'll catch up with the 7 people running for that position. Plus,
temperatures are even colder this morning and a little bit more widespread, but is there a warm-up in the forecast? I'll explain the chances coming up.
And the city of Rhinelander made a switch to some new voting machines. We'll hear about the testing being done on them and their benefits. It's Thursday, February 11th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 today starts now.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Peter Dubois here with Marissa Silvas. Well, it may feel like election season just ended, but voters across Wisconsin can head back to the polls on Tuesday to vote in a primary for Wisconsin's next state superintendent.
And there are 7 people running for that position. So Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson asked them all one question. Why are you running for state superintendent?
My name is Dr. Shondalyn Hendricks Williams. I am the granddaughter of sharecroppers and proud single mother, and I am running for state superintendent to address inequity, racial, geographic, economic, because every student deserves a chance to dream.
My name is Joe Fenrick, and I'm running for state superintendent to change education to a bottom-up approach where families, children, and community members have a voice in their schools.
My name is Deborah Kerr, and I'm running for Wisconsin State Superintendent of Public Instruction because our kids and families are not winning. My dream is to create a vision for a world-class education system for all in Wisconsin.
I'm Steve Krull, and I'm running for state superintendent because I'm a veteran and a principal who believes that schools should be open and knows what it takes to make schools better. Thank you.
My name is Jill Underly, and I'm running for state superintendent because I want to disrupt the systems of inequity that plague our public schools. The heart of all of this is my advocacy to revise our public school funding formula, especially to aid rural and urban districts with aging buildings and infrastructure, and provide property tax relief to our rural areas.
My name is Sheila Briggs, and I'm running for state superintendent because we are facing a crisis and there is no time for training wheels. I spent the first 20 years of my career working in schools and the last 10 helping to run the state agency. I'm a tireless advocate for public schools, and I'll be ready to lead the department on day one.
My name is Troy Gunderson, and I'm running for State Superintendent of Public Instruction as a way of giving something back to education. After 35 years in public education, I think it's time for me to step up and give something back. And my skill set is to bring the entire state together to serve all children.
Looks like all passionate candidates, and the deadline to request an absentee ballot for this upcoming Tuesday's state superintendent election is today. So if you want to vote and you want to vote absentee, make sure to request that ballot today.
That's right. Outdoors this morning, though, another frigid start for us. So we do have some school delays to pass along to you. Butternut, Northland Pines, Phelps, Prentice, and Three Lakes are all on a 2-hour delay currently. So for all of the updated information, you can look at the bottom of your screen or check out our website, wjfw.com.
And for more on what to expect on your weather department throughout the day, let's head on over to our weather center with Devin Biggs in for a first check of our forecast. And Devin, what a surprise. It's cold again.
Yeah, I like how you said that very sarcastic, Peter. What a surprise. It's really not much of a surprise at this rate, although it's colder even more this morning, a little bit more widespread. And what else is a surprise, or the lack thereof, is this, a wind chill advisory that is in effect. That will be dropped later on today again and probably get reissued again for the next few days too. So we know what to do by this point. Just make sure to bundle up as you head out the door. But here's how cold it is. A little better in Rhinelander. If you want to say 18 below is better, but it's 31 below in Tomahawk, 29 below in Eagle River, and 33 below in Land O' Lakes. Your remote learning forecast for today, if you're doing it, stay indoors today. Starting off cold, warming up to 5 degrees by the afternoon period as clouds begin to move in. We'll have your full forecast coming up. Marissa?
Thanks, Devin. On Wednesday, poll workers, community members, and the new Rhinelander City Clerk gathered at City Hall to test out some new voting machines. Voting officials say that it's been quite a few years since the city's gotten new machines. Surrounding townships are also switching to those same machines, which they say should make it easier to count ballots at the end of Election Day.
We saw it last week. It's completely different. It's going to be very nice. A lot easier, and we're just in the process of learning it. It's nothing like the old ones that we had.
Rhinelander's new city clerk, Teresa Lassig, expects the turnout for the upcoming state superintendent primary to be relatively low, which should help poll workers adjust to those new machines without worrying about slowing things down.
We mailed out about 500 absentee ballots. It is my understanding that last year, with all of them, of the elections, that there were a lot more. The presidential election, that there were like in the 2000s.
Rhinelander got 2 of these new voting machines. Lassig says that taxpayers will not pay for the cost of them. Taking you across the country this half hour, House impeachment managers keep building their case that Donald Trump incited an insurrection. That tops our look ahead for this Wednesday. Prosecutors will wrap up opening arguments in the second full day of former President Trump's second impeachment trial. On day 1, the House managers pursued their case against him, saying the former president spent months inciting the January 6th riot at the Capitol. Senators clearly were rattled by some of the graphic evidence about the riot. But Donald Trump is still expected to be acquitted in the end. House impeachment managers are due to start presenting more evidence today at noon, and then they'll be followed by opening arguments from the Trump defense team today or tomorrow.
And coming up next on Newswatch 12 today, what better way to show your love this Valentine's Day than with some flowers? After the break, we'll speak to a local florist about their selection. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes.
Medical bills. Missed time at work. Life-changing injuries. Household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Jeopardy and Olay celebrate women and girls in STEM.
That stands for
science,
technology, engineering,
math, bringing attention to the gender gap in STEM fields.
All this week, special clues celebrating the achievements of women in science.
Early streetlights tended to hiss and flicker until the problem was solved by Hertha Marks Ayrton, a pioneer in this branch of engineering, abbreviated EE.
Women in STEM.
All week on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Give us a call here at Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for high-quality baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in tubs, installed in as little as 1 day. Modern, easy-access designs infused with microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. And remember, we're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Mad City, your window and bath partner of the Green Bay Packers. And now you can take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest, senior, military, and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with your purchase, and a $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City. Call 715-941-4238. Let me give you that number again, 715-941-4238, madcitybaths.com.
And welcome back. Here we go again. It is cold outside, and now we've hit 30 below in International Falls and areas up toward Canada, hitting 40 below this morning. For us, maybe not that cold, but it's still cold outside this morning, with some areas hitting 30 below here across the viewing area, 30 below in Phillips, 29 below in Eagle River, and also in Merrill. And there's not much of a wind out there, so that is the good news there. So these cold temperatures are also what it feels like outside. But over in Wausau, where there is a little bit of a wind, it feels like 29 below this morning. morning, so we know what to do by this point. Just make sure to bundle up as you head out the door and cover as much exposed skin as you can. Unfortunately, though, we do have a small cool down on the way again, but this one's going to be short-lived compared to what's on the way, though, because here we are. We're going to fall to 2 below by Sunday. And then we start warming things back up to 20 degrees by Wednesday. That will feel nice. Still cold enough to keep things frozen, but not very frigid out there where it's not enjoyable to do some stuff unless you're really well bundled up. Average high at 25 degrees, so closer to average finally by this point. So here we are, the advisories that are in effect. Wind chill advisories, we have floated with wind chill warning criteria at times. So these will remain in effect until around 10 a.m. this morning. And I would not be surprised to see those reissued again as they have been over the past several mornings. So here we are. So no clouds right now across the viewing area. We're watching a few little bits of returns across parts of Iowa, a few flurries. We'll be watching some of that heading in our direction as we head towards the afternoon period to the evening period, especially as another boundary begins to move through. But otherwise, this big dome of high pressure is still set up shop, which is very well stalled out pattern. Not much has changed over the past few days with our surface map here, but we do have some excitement though just off toward our south across parts of Kentucky and parts of Tennessee where ice storm warnings are in effect. We're up to 0.3 of an inch of ice are possible for some areas. So if you know anyone down there, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rough situation for them. So futurecast for today for us, though, clouds will be on the increase throughout the day as we watch for a few chances of snow showers that will be developing tonight. Some accumulations are possible from this, but not a big deal at all. We'll be watching this snow chance clearing out by Friday morning. Maybe even some sunshine peeking out for a little while, too, so some morning flurries, but some of those clouds sticking around, but some sunshine at times, too. How much snow? Again, an inch or less possible, so it's not going to be a huge deal, but just enough to put a little bit more on the ground. So for today, 5 degrees, increasing clouds with a few flurries possible. The wind overall will be calm. Looking ahead towards tonight, going to get cold. 12 below, some snow showers possible. An inch or less with a northwest wind at around 5 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, so some of those flurries could last into Friday morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high of 1. But look ahead towards Monday. We start warming things up, eventually hitting 20 degrees by Wednesday. Peter?
With Valentine's Day coming on Sunday, time is running out if you want to treat your significant other with some flowers. Joining us this morning is Fourth Floral co-owner Ruth Hempel to tell us more about what's available for flower arrangements. So good morning to you, Ruth.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us. Some of the best flowers to give your significant other on Valentine's Day.
You know, I think there is no such thing as the best flowers. Flowers are just such a great way to show your love and friendship with people that it kind of leaves it up to you. Whatever the person that you're giving them to enjoys receiving. Roses have traditionally been the flower of Valentine's Day, but now we're sending just a wide variety of beautiful flowers for Valentine's Day.
I love your perspective on that. You know, get a personalized flower or arrangement that you think is appropriate for that person. And so everyone obviously has a different budget. So what kind of bouquets or arrangements do you recommend for different budgets?
Yeah, here again, we have so many different things to choose from. A lot of people even like giving a small plant for Valentine's Day. So we have things ranging from, a single blossom of something for $3 up to arrangements $200. So you can, call us and speak to one of our people here and order something, or come in and pick something out that speaks to you. We've just got a wide variety of things available.
And flowers and plants can be such great gifts, but they don't last forever. So what can we do to help keep them alive and keep that beauty going a little bit longer?
Yeah, I love that, that saying that flowers don't last forever. But what does last forever with flowers is the feeling that you get when you receive flowers. There was a survey done, and like 83% of people that were questioned can remember the last time they received flowers. So it's not just the physical flower, but it's that feeling that you get when you receive flowers. But there are a lot of things you can do to extend the life of a bouquet, and we do send a little care card along with every arrangement telling you how to take care of it. Make sure you add water to it to try to extend the life of the bouquet. But that feeling will last for a long, long time.
Absolutely. And also, it's just a great feeling to be able to give something like that, too. And besides
Exactly.
Valentine's Day, what are some other good reasons or occasions to just get someone flowers?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's been so many research studies done on the effect of flowers and plants on people. Flowers just do so much to lift people's spirits and make them feel happier. And it's just it's a great way. A lot of people don't have the words to say what they want to say, but you can give someone flowers and it expresses so many emotions. So flowers are just a great way to do that.
Absolutely. And for more information on Fourth Floral or any of your arrangements, where can people go?
Of course, our website, fourthfloral.com, you can order right online. You can call us at our phone number, 715-362-7600, or just stop in the shop. We've really set up our store and our greenhouse to be very open, so people don't have to feel afraid to be in here to walk around. And of course, we encourage people to wear their masks when they're in here. So just to come in and walk around and find just the perfect gift for their Valentine.
It sounds like a trip to the greenhouse could be a great idea for so many people. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and answering all our questions. We really appreciate it. And happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
So many beautiful things there. Well, coming up next, we have What's Trending, including one woman whose bad hair day got even worse. We'll explain. Plus, Tom Brady makes another impressive toss during the Buccaneers' victory boat parade. We'll have those stories and more for you coming up next on What's Trending.
If I had $1 million, I'd build a tree fort in our yard. If I had $1 million, you could help, it wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million.
Eagle River Roasters, your Northwoods coffee roaster and community coffee house, has the freshest specialty coffee and tea in the Northwoods. Our coffee comes from choice Arabica beans, hand-blended and roasted on premise for the finest specialty drinks. Fresh bakery, breakfast, and lunch served daily, our comfortable coffee house is the perfect place for meeting friends or groups. The drive-thru is also open daily. Treat yourself with a great cup of coffee or take some beans to brew at home, fresh from Eagle River Roasters, your Northwoods coffee roaster and community coffee house.
The Mecca Trails Winterfest now through March 28th in Mercer, Wisconsin. The virtual event includes 3 cross-country ski races and a snowshoe tour on the Mecca Trails.
Northwoods Accents, located in Mercer, features a wide variety of high-quality rustic and contemporary furniture, all made in Wisconsin. Complete your patio or deck with maintenance-free outdoor furniture. View our best craft living room sets. Denali throws and beddings to warm the chilly evenings. All products have year-round low prices with no sales pressure. The owner is available to assist you with any questions. Stop by Northwoods Accents, 5079 U.S. Highway 51 in Mercer.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Yeah, yeah. New Queso Blanco from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better, y'all.
It's about 6:15 and time now for What's Trending. Tom Brady threw 3 touchdowns during the Super Bowl on Sunday, but his pass on Wednesday might have been even more impressive. Check this out. This was just crazy. Brady tossed the Lombardi Trophy across the Hillsborough River to teammates on another boat. Yes, he just casually threw the Lombardi Trophy from his $2 million yacht and just tosses that thing right on over. Well, thankfully, his teammates did catch it. Gronk, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brayton, others were on that boat. And the Buccaneers were taking part in the team's celebratory boat parade. Fans lined up on the Riverwalk to get a glimpse of their players and their friends as they cruised along. And the Buccaneers beat Kansas City on Sunday 31-9. But you guys, oh my goodness, every time I watch him toss the trophy, I just get really, really stressed out. I can't believe that he did that. And also in the video, you can hear his daughter saying, "No, Dad, no." So she was stressed. I'm so glad that the players caught it on the other end. But clearly, those guys were just having a ball. There were a bunch of other videos that came out and showed that Tom himself was definitely celebrating and had a wonderful time. Well deserved.
Yeah, I know. It's just so funny just to see that. You know, for Tom Brady at this point, what's the 7th Lombardi Trophy, right? If it ends up at the bottom of the water there, but it's just so funny to see him like that. You know, a guy who's especially so dedicated to his TB12 diet and method, and I think he probably let loose and kind of disregarded that for at least one day after, to celebrate his victory. But it also kind of reminds me of when Gronk dented the 2018 Super Bowl Lombardi Trophy with a baseball. He tried to swing it like a bat, and so yeah, they're having a lot of fun with that trophy, and they deserve it. So
yeah, Marissa, I see you shaking your head there, and I am in full agreement for you. I mean, the trophy is very nice, but it's like, you shouldn't be throwing a trophy. I don't care if it's from like one of those championship games, whether it's the Super Bowl or maybe other college or high school leagues. You just don't throw a trophy because the worst could happen. And of course, I guess props to Tom Brady. Gets another thing to add to his record: trophy thrower.
It's just too funny. Well, he was definitely having a good time, and so is this next guy. The Dallas Mavericks let 1,500 vaccinated frontline healthcare workers, or just frontline workers, come in to enjoy their last couple of games. The first time fans have been allowed in to see them play this season. So a lot of people are obviously very, very excited to be back on the court. And cameras from the broadcast caught this fan vibing out to the tunes during a break in the action. This guy's moves earned him a spotlight at the American Airlines Arena. And they say dance like nobody's watching. Well, at least 1,500 fellow heroes saw it live, and millions more now get to enjoy it. But look at those moves. He is going crazy, having the time of his life, and he's got a lot of space to work with, too. He's definitely using all of it. But wow, I'm very impressed.
Look at that.
I love too that that there were all the frontline workers there. So obviously wonderful for them to have that experience and be able to enjoy being back at a game, which so many people have missed for so long. But yeah, he's awesome. I love watching him dance, and I'm glad that he took the opportunity. And I think my favorite part was when he got low. You know, when he got down low was the best.
That is just so cool. And I'm seeing the Fox Sports Live logo on there, so at least for the regional viewers there, they got to see this dancing action too. And who wouldn't get excited about it? They get to go see a sporting event maybe for the first time ever, or for other times too, and jam some tunes. So I would say that's a really cool thing to see. And yeah, have a good time. That's the whole reason for sporting events. So great to see that, and give those healthcare workers some love too. And for some celebratory stuff and some enjoyment to one thing that might be a total nightmare, a Louisiana woman traveled to California in order to get out of a sticky situation. A terrifying situation for Tessica Brown, who went viral on TikTok after she ran out of hairspray and used Gorilla Glue spray instead. Brown tried everything to get it out, from baby oil to cooking oil and shampoo, but nothing got rid of the glue. Luckily, help is finally on the way for Brown. After a month of pain and struggling, Dr. Michael Obinge in Beverly Hills told Brown he could remove the glue and save her hair with a special chemical treatment. The procedure cost more than $12,000, but Dr. Obinge offered to do it for free. He says he's never dealt with something like this before, but that it was a success. and he's hopeful that she will have a full head of hair when all is said and done. Gorilla Glue is stressing that its products should never be used as any sort of hair product, and who knew? That is like the most interesting thing I've ever seen, and I don't know if you ask me, I don't know, would you try to spend a lot of money to get it out, or thankfully that doctor was being nice, so spend money, or maybe just cut your hair off and start over. Who knows?
I know, right? Well, I'm so glad that she got it taken care of. But when the story came out a few days ago, I was just horrified because, you know, guys, for me, I'm all about hairspray. I'm from Texas. I love big hair. I love hairspray. But I would never, ever, 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 ever think to put Gorilla Glue spray in my hair. So, oh my golly, I'm so glad that this is all turning out good for her, but a big lesson for everyone to learn. Don't mess with Gorilla Glue. That stuff is very, very strong.
Yeah, and I can attest for that. I'm an avid Gorilla Glue user. I'll go ahead and promote them right now because I love Gorilla Glue. I use it for all of the toughest tasks that really just, if anything needs to stick, I will always use Gorilla Glue. But I can't even imagine, you know, maybe she'd never used it before, thought it could be a good idea. I just don't know what was going through her head. But thankfully, you know, she caught a lucky break here, and hopefully, you know, she's on that road to recovery there. But yeah, just not a good idea, folks. Don't do that.
Yeah, just don't do that. Flash on the screen. Do not try this at home or try this at all. And one thing you should try is bundling up. I'll show you a 3-day forecast real quick here. Temperatures cooling off as we head into the weekend, but a warm-up is on the way. We'll have more coming up after the break.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Allie.
And this is our family from Shoulders RV and Marine.
If this year has taught us anything, we believe it's taught us we need to get back to the good old days of enjoying the outdoors, camping, boating, and buying from small businesses. Here at Shoulders RV and Marine, we love our Ranger boats. If you're looking for a nice aluminum, fiberglass, or pontoon boat, Ranger is the best boat on the water. Sales, rentals, parts, or service.
We'd love you to think of us.
Shoulders RV and Marine, across from Menards, right there.
What are you doing? Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water and want a private shopping experience to start planning your summer weekends? Then go to our website and book your VIP tour with American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Get first crack at the lowest prices anywhere, and we're matching deposits up to $1,000 on select products. Don't get left out in the cold. Book your VIP private shopping experience at American Marine now.
Their passion is for dental, they're caring and they're helpful. They're all together gentle, the painless family. If you need a dentist, look no further than this. Our office is pure bliss, the painless family.
And you know what? We had so much fun doing our experiment before. We are going to do it again. So here's a new nail right here. We're going to stick it on the wood and this banana that's been outside for a few hours. And we're going to hit it hard. Not me, but the wood. And as hard as I can here. And there you go. We have another nail in here. So around 2 of them. I'm trying to show you can see it in the camera. And there you go. We have 2 nails now in this wood from this one banana. So that just tells you how cold it is outside. Let's show you your travel forecast right now. Temperatures are really chilly outside right now with around 32 below in Manitowish waters. It's just cold outside this morning. We will start to warm up throughout the day. Let's show you your travel forecast here with around 3 to 4 degrees across the western parts of the state. For us, around 5 degrees in right later in the Wausau. And then down toward the south, still chilly, 8 degrees in Madison, 16 degrees in Milwaukee. Here's a look at today's birthday club.
5 now. These are the last 2. The whole city's out of avocados?
What? Give me those. I drove in from Santa Monica. Oh!
We're all scared, but it's going to be okay.
Before he was The Rock, he was Little Dewey.
Yeah, nice.
Learned a lot of lessons very early on.
We have big dreams for us.
My big dream is you.
Young Rock, Tuesday on NBC.
An engagement ring is the defining symbol of a lifelong promise, and that's why choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers is so important. As a family business, they know how important your search is, and they take great pride in helping you find the perfect engagement ring. For Lee Ayres, it's all about taking care of you, the customer. From in-store goldsmiths to custom jewelry design by Thomas Daling, they do it all. Begin your lifelong promise by choosing Lee Ayres Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point.
It's the huge President's Day sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago. Get huge savings of 23% off our already low sale price during this sales event. Plus, get 1-year interest-free financing on all the top name brands, including Amish-made furniture. We have a great selection of in-stock mattresses all on sale with 23% off savings. So don't miss this President's Day sales event going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua and Anago.
I'm Erin.
And I'm Margot.
We've always done things our own way.
Charted our own paths.
I wasn't going to just back down from moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Psoriatic arthritis wasn't going to change who I am.
When I learned that my joint pain could mean permanent joint damage, I asked about Enbrel. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop permanent joint damage.
Plus, Enbrel helps skin get clearer in psoriatic arthritis. Ask your doctor about Enbrel so you can get back to your true self. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. Visit Enbrel.com to see how your joint damage could progress. Enbrel. Eligible patients may pay as little as $5 per month.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, now nearly a year into the pandemic, we'll learn about the struggles one local man faces regarding his experience with unemployment benefits. Plus.
And chilly temperatures are here again with near 20 to 30 below. Is there a warm-up on the way? Your full forecast is coming up.
They believed that they were following his orders. They said so.
And as they wrap up their presentation today, House Democrats are expected to focus on the aftermath of the Capitol insurrection and provide more details of former President Trump's alleged role in inciting it. It's Thursday, February 11th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 today starts now.
It's day 3 of the historic impeachment trial of Donald Trump. House managers prosecuting the former president will continue to lay out their case.
NBC's Susan McGinnis has a wrap-up of the hearing and tells us what we can expect today.
House managers prosecuting Donald Trump continue presenting their case today after showing dramatic video Wednesday of the January 6th insurrection not before seen publicly. The video rekindling memories of the horror for senators and the nation.
I'm angry, I'm disturbed, I'm sad.
They came draped in Trump's flag and used our flag, the American flag, to batter and to bludgeon.
House managers detailed Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the election.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Alleging the riot was far more choreographed than it appeared.
But there was method in the madness that day.
They believed that they were following his orders. They said so.
We were invited by the President of the United States! Impeachment managers telling of a commander-in-chief who, after egging on the mob, watched the violence unfold with glee.
President Donald J. Trump ran out of non-violent options to maintain power. power.
But some Republican senators noted they were not impressed.
There weren't a lot of surprises. We were all here.
The Trump legal team takes the floor tomorrow and will continue to argue the president's words are protected free speech and that he never intended to provoke the attack. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
Outdoors this morning, another frigid start for us. So we do have some school delays to pass along. We're up to about 8 different schools in our area, including Butternut, Northland Pines, Phelps, Prentice, and Three Lakes. They're all on a 2-hour delay. For up-to-date information, you can check out the crawl at the bottom of your screen or go to wjfw.com.
And of course, those temperatures are going to take a little while to get above zero today. And for more on what to expect throughout the day, let's head right on over to our weather center with Devin Biggs in for a first check of our forecast. And Devin, more of the same, just a really cold start to our day, but things warming up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get above zero today, which will be nice. Up to around 5 degrees. Might feel a little bit cooler at times, but yeah, here we go. Wind chill advisory in effect again this morning. There have been times where we flirted with wind chill warning criteria because we've had wind chills close to 40 below in some cases. This one will expire. This advisory will expire at around 10 a.m. this morning. But here are the temperatures. 32 below in Manitowish Waters, 33 below in Land O'Lakes, and also in Tomahawk. So a very chilly bus stop forecast for those still going to school today. Around 16 below, some areas will be worse under mostly clear skies. And as the kids come home, we'll get up to 5 above under mostly cloudy skies. Still chilly outside. Peter?
Law enforcement have now identified the person found dead in the McMillan Marsh Wildlife Area in Marathon County late last year. The Marathon County Sheriff's Office and Spence Police say 20-year-old Christian Shower of Marshfield died from injuries sustained in an unknown location. Last week, authorities said they acted on a citizen's tip and found Shower's vehicle on a property near the town of Eau Plaine, which is between Mosinee and Junction City. There, they arrested 19-year-old Jared Carl for possession of stolen property related to the homicide, along with drug and weapons charges. His father, 50-year-old Sean Carl, was arrested for first-degree intentional homicide for the death of Shower and possession of a fully automatic rifle. Both remain in custody. Sean Carl is scheduled for his initial appearance in court today. 23-year-old Brandon Knoll, who was accused of stabbing his 2 stepbrothers last April, has reached a plea deal. According to the Wausau Pilot and Review, Knoll appeared in Marathon County Circuit Court for a pretrial hearing. He faces 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide for those 2 murders. Knoll told detectives he always had wanted to kill someone because he wanted to know what it felt like. Knoll remains behind bars on a $5 million bond, and he's due back in court for a plea hearing on April 23rd. Well, the number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin continues to drop. On Wednesday, the Department of Health Services reported 821 new cases. That brings our daily average for the last week down to 919. They also reported 35 new deaths across the state. That brings the weekly average there back up a little bit. In our 12-county north central Wisconsin region, the number of people in the hospital with COVID right now is back down below 50 for the first time since September. They're reporting 47 people in our region in the hospital with COVID-19. They say 11 of those are in the ICU. As we take a closer look at our local numbers here, the Oneida County Health Department reported 12 new cases. Its active total at 19, excuse me. Vilas County reported 16 new cases since Monday. Its active total at 173. 3 new cases in Price County, 2 new cases in Forest County, 4 new cases in Langlade County since Monday, and Lincoln County reported 3 new cases. Marathon County reports 16 new cases with an active total of 526. 12 new cases in Portage County, its active total at 101. No new cases in Clark County. Wood County reported 13 new cases and its active total at 156. Across the country, unemployment rates have been dropping in recent months, although throughout the pandemic, record numbers of people lost their jobs, and many have reported having trouble claiming their benefits. One local man told us he hasn't received unemployment benefits since November of last year, even though he was told by officials he'd receive his funds weeks ago.
The famous line is 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, I'm in my 3rd week already. It never showed. And I start all over again. Over and over and over.
Wagner says he knows he's not the only one suffering. He says it makes him and others feel left behind.
You're hoping something's going to happen. And what is a person going to do that's fending for themselves if they get backed into a corner? They're going to fend for themselves.
Now, just a month ago, Governor Tony Evers called on the state's unemployment system to change. However, so far, not much progress has been made there.
Wisconsin will hold another election next Tuesday, and that race will be a primary for a state superintendent. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson interviewed each of the 7 candidates and asked them how they plan to help the Northwood schools. Here are their responses.
My name is Dr. Hendricks, and I will help Northwood schools by implementing my Bill of Rights for students, guaranteeing a high-quality education, innovation in the classroom, and incentives for premier educators to teach in our rural communities.
My name is Joe Fenrick, and I will help the Northwoods by expanding class offerings and opportunities in our schools through partnerships with universities, businesses, and other school districts. I would also like to expand broadband and high-speed internet for every family.
I'm Deborah Kerr, and I plan to help the Northwood school districts by promising that every child will be known by name, strength, passion, and need, ready for a future that they choose. I will do this by providing robust internet access for all students.
I'm Steve Krell, and I can help Northwood schools by making sure that schools are open, investing in broadband, and bringing back vocational education. Thank you.
My name is Jill Underly, and I will help Northwood schools by giving every child what they need every day, providing for early childhood education, recruiting more teachers to our rural schools, advocating for mental health, and working with the legislature to bring every child the broadband and high-speed wireless that they need.
My name is Sheila Briggs, and I will help Northwood schools by prioritizing the unique needs of our rural communities, like ensuring access to high-speed internet and fixing the broken school finance system that just doesn't work for our rural schools.
My name is Troy Gunderson. I'm a candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction, and I think I can help Northwood schools because, quite frankly, I grew up in a little town called Colfax, Wisconsin. I'm the only candidate who understands how to bring the whole state together, and I think we can make one Wisconsin that serves all children.
Now, the deadline to request an absentee ballot for this upcoming Tuesday's state superintendent election is today. Prosecutors in Georgia have launched a criminal investigation into former President Trump's efforts to overturn the state's election results. This topped our news, making national headlines this morning. The investigation by Fulton County prosecutors will focus on a phone call that Trump made to Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. In that call, Trump begged Raffensperger to find the votes to reverse President Biden's victory. Fulton County prosecutor Fannie Willis sent a letter on Wednesday to state government officials, including Raffensperger, requesting that their offices preserve documents related to that call. NBC News verified the contents of the letter, which explicitly states the request is part of a criminal investigation into several charges, ranging from false statements to any involvement in violence or threats related to the elections administration. Georgia is now the second state after New York where Trump faces a criminal investigation. After more than a month of negotiations, there appears to be an agreement for teachers in Chicago to return to in-person learning. This is file of the Chicago Teachers Union headquarters. The union has announced that a deal has been reached to return to in-person learning after more than 65% of their members voted in favor. More than 6,500 members voted against returning. The vote allows a timetable to be set so students and teachers can return for in-person learning. Pre-K students are slated to return today. Kindergarten through 5th grade return March 1st, and grades 6 through 8 are slated to return on March 8th. According to Chicago Public Schools, about 20% of students have opted to return to in-person learning, while 80% have indicated that they'll remain in remote learning for the time being.
Coming up in sports, we'll have a recap of last night's Bucks game. Plus, Stevens Point will host some of the world's top golfers. We'll tell you why.
And temperatures starting off very chilly with 30 below temperatures across parts of the viewing area. Your full local forecast is coming up next.
Marilyn Milian, Justice.
Just stop.
What you don't know about the law would fill a library. Pay the man.
The People's Court.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
I embrace getting older. I'm so much more confident now, but I don't love that as I age, I could develop gum issues.
New Colgate Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
Reverse early gum damage with new Colgate Renewal.
Let me introduce me. Here I come. Yeah.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
Whether you're just starting out, looking for a change, or returning to the industry, Cost Cutters will help you grow and support you in achieving your career goal. Learn more today at costcutters.com/careers.
Whatever your style, we stand for style. Visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck.
And welcome back. Here we go again. We have temperatures well below zero this morning. It's worse off toward the north, like International Falls and areas in Canada near 40 below. We're not near 40 below, but we do have temperatures at near 30 below in many places, like in Phillips, Manitowish Waters, Eagle River not far away, and Merrill not far away either. Rhinelander was chilly earlier, but it's still 18 below. It's still cold outside, but they've been kind of fluctuating throughout the morning. Fortunately, not much in the way of any wind out there, but where there is wind, feeling a little bit cooler out there. Wausau feeling like 29 below, Mosinee 30 below. So we know what to do at this point. Just make sure to bundle up as you head out the door for work or school. Now, temperature trends, we're going to cool off again, but this one's not lasting very long. We'll cool off to 2 below for the high on Sunday, then warming things back up to 20 degrees by Wednesday. How about that? That will feel like a heat wave. Our average high is 25 degrees for this time of the year, so we will do better as we head towards Wednesday. Now, because of all this cold weather, again, a wind chill advisory is in effect for the counties highlighted here, and that will last till later on this morning. They'll probably reissue it again later on this afternoon as temperatures are expected to get chilly yet again. Now, here we go. No clouds yet this morning. We're watching a little bit in the way some snow flurries across parts of Minnesota and parts of Iowa. I won't be surprised to see a few flurries heading to our own backyard as we head towards the afternoon and evening period. Now, zooming things out, the pattern really hasn't changed. The Arctic high pressure centers that's bringing in this polar vortex, sticking around a stationary front off toward the west and down toward the south. This system right here getting a good ice storm going right now, and it's really starting to get its act together. Here we are. We have some freezing rain starting to fall where the ice storm warning is, where some areas can see up to 0.3 of an inch of ice. So across parts of Kentucky and Tennessee, to name a couple states. So not a good situation for them, but for us it's just cold. Maybe a few chances of snow that will be in the forecast, as we'll be watching a few chances of snow that will be moving in tonight through the overnight period. Then I will taper off as we head towards the daytime tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning we'll start off with clouds, maybe see a few peaks of sunshine before more clouds begin to move in during the afternoon and evening time frame, before more snow chances begin to move in for your Saturday. How much snow could we see tonight and tomorrow morning? Not a lot, maybe an inch or less possible. So it'll be that dry, fluffy snow too, because temperatures are very cold, so the moisture levels are very low too. So your forecast for today, 5 degrees, increasing clouds and some flurries possible late in the afternoon. The wind overall will be calm. Looking ahead towards tonight, 12 below, going to get cold again, snow showers possible. An inch or less of accumulations possible with that northwest wind at around 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 1 degree, some morning flurries possible, otherwise mostly cloudy with with that northwest wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. Here we go. So some morning flurries possible on a Friday, more still a chance of Saturday. You see temperatures cool off into the weekend. We'll look at this, 20 degrees above zero moving in by Wednesday. Marissa?
Alrighty, thanks so much, Devin. Well, the Bucks looked to make it 6 wins in a row in Phoenix last night as they continued their road trip. And Milwaukee went to the locker room with a 12-point lead at the break, but then the Suns mounted a comeback in the second half. So we go to the final play of the game. Bucks down 1 with less than 3 seconds to go. Giannis Antetokounmpo receives the inbound pass, but misses the jumper shot at the buzzer. So the Suns go on to win the game 125-124. Giannis led the team in scoring with a season-high 47 points. And up next for Milwaukee, they'll travel to take on the Jazz tomorrow. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for 8 p.m. The 21st-ranked Badgers were on the road last night as they went up against the unranked Nebraska Cornhuskers. And the Badger defense, they came out to play. Nebraska turned the ball over 17 times throughout the game. And while the Badgers, they didn't shoot well throughout the night, they were able to make their free throws compared to Nebraska. So the Badgers took the win 61-48. Jonathan Davis led Wisconsin in scoring with 10 points. And a big game up next for the Badgers. On Sunday, they'll be hosting the 3rd-ranked Wolverines from the Kohl Center. Tip-off scheduled for noon, and that game can be seen on CBS. Some of the best golfers in the world will come to central Wisconsin in about 2 years. The USGA announced that Century World in Stevens Point will be hosting the 2023 U.S. Senior Open. Players including Phil Mickelson, Ernie Els, and Vijay Singh will all likely be eligible to play in that one. The event's scheduled from June 29th through July 2nd of 2023. It'll draw attention to the region from all over the world.
We anticipate an attendance of more than 75,000 fans during the week who call should come from virtually every state in the United States and from some countries around the world. And it will provide an economic impact to the area of more than $20 million.
The Robert Trent Jones designed course hosted the U.S. Girls Junior Championship in 2019.
Very, very exciting. And coming up, one local event will celebrate all things maple. But first, Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe for chocolate mousse cups.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I hope you have a card and maybe a little something for that someone special. But just in case you forgot, we have an easy treat that says, I love you. It's a rich chocolate mousse that goes together like this. And wait until you see how we serve it. We combine some water, sugar, and instant coffee in a saucepan over high heat. When it comes to a boil, we pour it over some chocolate chips and stir them until they melt. While it cools slightly, we beat some heavy cream with a touch of vanilla just until stiff peaks form. Now we slowly fold the chocolate into the whipped cream until it's blended evenly. To take this over the top, after all, it's Valentine's Day. We're gonna serve it out of a homemade chocolate cup. To make them, all we do is melt some chocolate chips along with a bit of shortening. Once it's smooth, we dip the end of a balloon in it, give it a twist, and let it set. When we pop the balloon, we end up with chocolate cups that are perfect to fill with our to-die-for mousse. Does this look decadent or what? One glimpse of this and your Valentine will think you spent a bundle on them. The recipe for our chocolate mousse cups is online now, just in time for Valentine's Day, or really anytime you want something super special. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a doubly chocolate way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
are you doing?
Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water and want a private shopping experience to start planning your summer weekends? Then go to our website and book your VIP tour with American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Get first crack at the lowest prices anywhere, and we're matching deposits up to $1,000 on select products. Don't get left out in the cold. Book your VIP private shopping experience at American Marine now.
4 years ago, I had brain surgery to remove the tumor that was wrapped around my brainstem and spinal cord. Very intense pain in my neck, headaches all the time, and permanent vertigo. I came in and I saw Dr. Dave. He did some work on my top vertebrae. The pressure was alleviated and I can actually stand. It's been wonderful and great.
When the atlas vertebra at the base of the skull is out of alignment, it causes the head to come forward, putting unnatural pressure on joints and nerves. We correct this through a new treatment called the Atlas Prophylax, a revolutionary way to realign the atlas, removing nerve pressure and even restoring blood flow. For many, symptoms and headaches disappear almost immediately.
The first thing we do when somebody comes as a new patient is we sit down and we listen and understand what's going on to see if we can help.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the classic Italian for just $11. Papa Murphy's.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart. You're watching Newswatch 12 today with Marissa Silvas, Peter Dubois, and Devin Biggs.
Welcome back. One of the sweetest events here in the Northwoods will return this spring.
That's right. The 10th annual Phelps Maple Syrup Fest will take place on April 10th. It'll take place at the Phelps Chamber of Commerce and local sugar bushes. The event will include sugar bush tours, as well as a variety of demonstrations, informational opportunities, and children's activities. Of course, there will also be some tasty maple treats available.
Oh, yes. The craft fair portion, though, of the Phelps Maple Syrup Fest has been canceled this year due to continued safety recommendations and also the closure of the Phelps School to the public. So for more information, you can visit phelpswi.us. But you guys, I am the biggest maple syrup fan. I love it on my pancakes. I love maple syrup candy. All of it is so delicious.
Yeah, and the process of making maple syrup is really cool. As you guys know, I come from the Northeast, so a lot of maple production up there as well, and I've gone on a few field trips when I was younger just to kind of see how they do it. It's a lot of fun. I think something that, you know, is a really cool educational experience and lots of tasty treats as well.
Yeah, without a doubt, and maybe those trees are probably having a hard time making some maple syrup right now because everything is definitely frozen outside with how cold it is, which brings me to your trivia question for today. What temperature do we hit where Celsius and Fahrenheit are exactly the same? So in other words, it doesn't matter which temperature scale you use, it reads the exact same temperature. What is that temperature? We'll explain when we come back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
The President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around, and right now everything is an additional 25% off.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Here we are, your first trip to Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs.
Cheesy caramel? Cheesy caramel, and I'd like to have some of the Dan's Marvelous Ice Cream also. Wonderful.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
For the most up-to-the-minute info on your school closings, visit WJFW.com on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. WJFW School Closings, sponsored by Marcel's Fireplace and Stoves and Builders Service Incorporated.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
He's thinking new mattress. She's thinking, well, a lot of things. It's okay. Get an extra 25% off our already low Slumberland price. The Sealy Posturepedic mattress on closeout for only $529. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Hi, I'm Justin with Miracle-Ear of Wausau. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news or entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
Good morning. Coming up on Today, much more on those never-before-seen videos from the Capitol riot as the impeachment case against former President Trump moves forward. We will have complete coverage live from Washington. Also ahead, we're devoting a lot of our time today to your questions about the coronavirus vaccine. Dr. Fauci will join us live, and then our experts will tackle your concerns and confusion. We're also going to unveil a new digital tool that's specific to your state that will help guide you through the process of when and where and how you should get your shot. And then some good news tied to the pandemic. Jenna explores how it's helped to change relationships and dating for the better. How about that when we see you in just a little bit, right here on Today.
And before we leave you this morning, a special birthday shout out to our Minocqua Popcorn winner, Sabrina Steppert from Wausau. Happy birthday, Sabrina, and congratulations. You win a half-gallon bucket of gourmet popcorn from Minocqua Popcorn.
And your trivia question for today, what temperature do we hit where Celsius and Fahrenheit are exactly the same reading? Marissa, what do you think?
You know what? In my head, I have 32, but whenever I don't know something, I go C. So I'll go C.
And I also think it might be 32 below, just because 0 degrees Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. I can't do all that math in my head so quickly, but Devin, I'm going with B.
It's actually C, 40 below. So there is a cool calculation. I'll save you all the headaches from that. But yeah, 40 below Celsius is also 40 below Fahrenheit. We weren't far away from that. The next 7 days, a few chances of snow in the forecast. Cooling off to 2 below on Valentine's Day. And then 20 above Wednesday. So light at the end of the tunnel.
Alrighty, stay warm. And again, check out those school delays this morning.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day.
Your latest news and weather tonight on Newswatch 12 at 6.
Good morning. Making their case. House managers set to wrap up their opening arguments at the impeachment trial against former President Trump today after using disturbing, never-before-seen video of the Capitol riot to try to prove he sparked the insurrection.
On January 6th, President Trump left everyone in this Capitol for dead.
Lawmakers running for their lives pulled to safety by quick-thinking Capitol police officers. So what's next in the case against the former president? We are live in Washington with the latest as the Trump team prepares to respond. Double up, the new guidance on masks and when you should wear 2 that could reduce your COVID risk by nearly 97%. And the vaccine rollout.